Hey, what's up, everybody? Anthony Morrison here, and welcome to tonight's Success Connection. Hopefully, you guys have had a wonderful week, a good week, and a productive week at that, right? So hopefully, it's been super productive, and you've got a lot of good work put in, and your funnels are coming together, your business is coming together, and you're just super excited overall about the opportunity to be able to build your business and to succeed at a really high level online. So super excited to be here with you. We've got some really awesome stuff that we're going to be covering tonight. A lot of it has to do with the funnels that we're building for you right now, your email profits for beginners program. And also we have the email profits for beginners ebook that I have completed for you. And I actually got a really, I think it's actually really exciting. What we put together is you're actually going to get to use the content from an ebook that I have been using that has helped me generate literally millions of dollars in sales. So super excited for all of you to be here. If you are here and you can hear my voice, a couple of things we want to quickly get you to do while we wait for other people to join is make sure you're following me on YouTube. That's here on step number 1. You can see that right here. Step number 1. If you're following me on YouTube, there is a chance that you could win a vacation. We are testing, giving away a vacation to the beaches of Destin, Florida, one of my favorite places on earth. And so you could potentially win. Just go watch some of my videos. It'll tell you exactly how that is done. You also need to join our Facebook group. This is, we'll go through some of the Facebook group stuff here in a little while, but the Facebook group is one of the central points to our Success Connection community. It's where we connect with each other. It's where we do our homework. It's where we review things that you've been doing. It's where you get help from others in the community. So it's really important that you guys join us inside of the Facebook group. And then, of course, look, it's always fun. Follow me on Instagram. This is where you can see a little bit more about my lifestyle, what's going on, and of course, just some of the things that we're doing. Hopefully you guys can see me here now. I'm just making sure my my computer is giving me a little bit of a fit, but I'll probably have to turn the camera off in a little while, but once we kind of get into the iPad and those types of things. But for now, I hope you're all doing well. So, most definitely looking at where we're at on the Success Connection and where we're going. We've got some really unique things that we're going to be doing very soon. We're going to be doing a challenge together, actually 2 different challenges. One of them is a ClickFunnels cash flow challenge, and the other one is a self-made challenge. Now I know Adrian is really excited about the self-made challenge. In fact, Adrian, if you want, look, we have Adrian sitting here. Hold on. Well, I can't turn the camera that far. You can just kind of lean over here. How excited are you about the self-made challenge?
Well, I'm excited because it's really going to accelerate the ecom cheat code.
No, mute.
We just
mute. Okay, anytime I give Adrian a chance to chime in, there's always the ability for him to self-promote, right? So he is not self-made, he is Success Connection made.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Success Connection made. So we have 2 challenges coming up. I kind of hinted at that in the last couple of weeks. That's going to be exciting stuff. And then, of course, on the Success Connection, we're going to be continuing to build out funnels, but they're going to be funnels with kind of a different purpose, right? A different purpose in mind. Some of the funnels that we currently have, we're kind of like currently we're building them out just for the sake of lead generation, right? Like we want to be able to generate those leads. What we're going to start doing is building out funnels that are going to put people into different challenges, put people into different workshops and weekend events and things of that nature that can really help you when it comes to your ability to succeed. So there's going to be not a big shift, but a kind of some shift, if you will, in how we how we plan the different funnels and businesses that we do create here on the Success Connection. So it should be a lot of fun as we kind of roll into the second half of the year. Of course, most all of you know that when COVID hit last year, I pretty much stayed at home. I didn't really leave the house, and got vaccinated 4 months ago, I guess, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. And now with the new variant that's out, we are likely going to be slowing down our out and aboutness, if you will, and kind of going back into like, full blown just focus on work, focus on business, and let this thing play out instead of being out and about as much as we have been. So I will be coming to you live next week from home. So we'll be back home. I'll be in my office back in Mississippi next week. We're leaving Florida here and headed back home. So going to transition into a little more of that, a lot more focus. That's kind of the key, right? Is creating a little bit more focus so you can create a little more success. So that's kind of the plans for the next few weeks. I think the challenges are going to be great value adds to all of you. One of the things about a challenge is it works and operates very similar to what we do now on the Success Connection, which is create a thing that you need to learn, then give you a task or some type of homework so that you can implement a part of that thing, right? And then the difference is that we do it from week to week. With the challenge, it's 5 straight days of it. So you have to commit to 5 days of like 1 or 2 hours a day on with us. And what we do is we show you exactly what to do when building out a specific funnel. And then we get you to do it while we're live so that at the end of that 5 days, you really should have the work done, right? You shouldn't be looking at, well, I need to go do this or this. You should have the work done. And that's the key to success with these challenges, is that you're challenged to get the work done during the challenge, not later on. As you know, as humans, we procrastinate and we will put anything off until tomorrow, right? Especially if it's something we're not uber familiar with. If it's something we're not, super just dialed into and confident in, we put it off until the next day and the next day and the next day because we lack the confidence to really go and make it happen. And so with challenges, we raise your level of confidence and insert the opportunity for you to start doing it as you're learning it, right? And so that's going to be really excited. I know a lot of you grabbed our YouTube Business Builder Masterclass. That's still available at the discount. The reason that we're using that course and that program throughout the challenge is because part of our ability to create cash flow, be it from ClickFunnels or just from any other source, is the need for traffic, right? The need to be able to generate a massive amount of traffic to your business. The funnels that we've been building for you here on the Success Connection, they're great, but they all have to be activated, right? Like a funnel is like a McDonald's sitting in the middle of the desert. You have to then build a road to it, and you have to, route traffic to it. And when traffic passes by the McDonald's, okay, all of a sudden they start buying the, products, right? The same thing is true with funnels. Funnels are only one piece of the puzzle. You have to have the traffic in order to generate the sales or the opt-ins or build the list or whatever the case may be from your funnels. And so as we go through these challenges, we're going to rely heavily on organic, free YouTube traffic to build our business, right? And that's the reason why I highly suggested all of you grab the YouTube Business Builder Masterclass while it's discounted, because once we get to the challenge, the price doubles. And because we're bringing in a lot of people that are not even part of our Success Connection community that'll be a part of this, and so the price goes up. But I always give you guys discounts. So anyway, that's kind of where we're headed in the next couple of weeks. If you're new to the Success Connection, congratulations, thanks for being here, welcome. Usually I start off with a lot less of the here's the things that are happening, and I just kind of dive into this, but really kind of want to let you guys know what's coming about in the next few weeks, where we're going to be headed, what the direction is, and what you can expect, right? Because this particular funnel that you guys have been working on with me right now, we should be able to launch this, fully launch it next week. So we're going to give you the ebook tonight, go through some other things, and then next week we should be able to launch, just ready to go, right? So yeah, we're kind of at that point with this business. It'll be, I don't know, our 13th or 14th business funnel that we built together here on the Success Connection. So if you're new, listen, the Success Connection is not a continuation of training of any course. So if you've got, Partner with Anthony or Inbox Inner Circle or Ambassador or any of that, this particular training has nothing to do with that. The Success Connection training is meant to build new businesses for you, and new businesses that can plug into or work with all of the other courses and trainings that you may or may not have from us. If you're a Partner with Anthony student, then using this model that we're building right now, like this funnel to build your list, makes sense, because once you have that list, boom, you can promote Partner with Anthony. If you're an Inbox Inner Circle, well, you're already learning to build a list, so this funnel is just a funnel that you're able to now use inside of what you're learning there. If you're in our YouTube Business Builder Masterclass, quite a few of you grabbed that last week, then you now have a funnel that you can send all that traffic you're getting from YouTube straight to. So you build your list. So again, what we build here and do here on the Success Connection directly impacts, what you're doing in any of our courses. It's just not a continuation of that training, if that makes sense. And then, of course, for those of you that have been here forever, well, congratulations. Thanks for continuing to show up. So launch in 2 weeks. That's the plan, is launch in 2 weeks. And a lot of you are new. And so what we're going to do is kind of give you a quick rundown on the business model. Okay. So this is the business. The business is, as we continue to do, is build funnels, right? So you have your first funnel page, which is just your opt-in page. This is where you collect an email address, okay? And that email address goes down and gets put onto your list, all right? So, and in order to get this, we have to put what we call a lead magnet, okay? Which we usually use an ebook on this page. And the reason is because we're trying to get people over here to our thank you page. Okay, so there's 2 pages to this particular funnel. There's the thank you page. Usually we give them the book, a little blurb about it. This is your book. And then there's a button, okay? And this button goes through what we call an affiliate link. And then, of course, when people buy on that end, you make money, okay? So this is kind of what we would consider the framework of the business, right? Now, we've already given you this page. We've already given you this page. We've already given you some of the emails for this list. Tonight, what we're going to do is give you the lead magnet, which is the ebook. Now, if you're new and you don't have any of those, we'll give them to you towards the end of tonight. You'll notice that last week we talked about lead magnets and how they become a sales tool, okay? That's extremely important, all right? Like very, very important for you to remember, all right? And I apologize if I keep opening my eyes real bright. We've been filming. That's where you see a lot of the bright lights. Those are like mega bright, hot lights that we've been using to film, because we don't have a studio here, so we film in the house, and my contacts just feel like they are seared into my eyeballs. So sorry if you see me doing my eyes like that a lot. It's hard to keep my contacts in one place right now. Okay, so lead magnets become a sales tool. Okay, so that means your ebook. Look, people expect. We talked about this last week. They expect value. Okay, that's extremely important, and those expectations can lead to, they can create or they can kill conversions. And we talked about this last week, and some of you did this in your ebook homework when I gave you the homework, and some of you didn't. When you create a mega high expectation and you don't fulfill that expectation, that's when you can kill your results. So let me give you an example of that, because this is going to be very important. It would be like if you said, hey, read this ebook, okay, in the next 24 hours, or by the time you're finished with it, you're going to have your own list ready to go. Boom, right? Okay, so I read the ebook, I get to the end, and I don't have a list. You've created an expectation for me that wasn't met. And when you do that, and I don't receive what you said I would receive, I immediately don't trust you anymore. Internet marketing is a trust game, right? It's a trust game. It's all about trust. If you remember one word that I tell you, remember this word: trust. You must create trust. Everything about what we do is designed to create trust, from your opt-in pages to your ebook to the emails that you send. It's creating rapport and trust. Okay, rapport and trust, and these two things kind of go hand in hand, right? This is one of the opt-in pages that we built. Okay, so we built you this page already. All right, so that you can use this. It's email marketing profits for beginners. We talked about, if you're new, that when you tell somebody what it's for, who is it for? It's for beginners. You're basically laser targeting who is going to give you their email address. If I came to this page and saw this, I would not give you my email address. If somebody walking outside, or somebody in the mall or whatever just random person came here, sorry, it looked like it cut off again. I'm gonna try to keep my camera on, but it just looked like it was looked like I was frozen. If some random person came by here, and saw this, they would probably give you their email address, because they would say, okay, I'm a beginner, this is for me. Well, given the fact that we're going to promote programs on the other end of this, be it ClickFunnels or an affiliate program of some kind from ClickBank, most of those programs are geared towards beginners. So one of the places that a lot of people fail when they're building a funnel is they set the wrong expectations up front, which means they bring the wrong group of people in, right? Inside of your ebook, what you don't want to do, if this ebook is for beginners, is get ridiculously technical. You don't want to go deep into the weeds, right? Because this is for beginners. If you give me a book that I don't understand anything in, then I'm going to immediately close down, shut down. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to feel like you fulfilled this promise to me. I'm going to just want to leave, right? That's not what you want if you want to get good results, right? And so it's this balancing act of targeting the right person by putting the right messaging on your page. And if you just said email marketing profits, learn how, that's so broad. Anybody could come there. And there's a lot of people that are, I would say, doing email marketing, but they're not beginners. They don't need you to explain to them what an open rate is, right? And so they would see your book as a waste of time if that's what it had in it. And all when you do that, now the next thing is they don't respond to your next email that you send them, because they remember, I read that book, or I read part of that book and it was a waste of my time, so I didn't really focus, you know what I mean? So setting those expectations up front, super, super, super important, right? Inside of not only your page, but then also what you deliver in your ebook. All right, so we give you this page right here. Now, obviously, for those of you that are new, you may not know this, but we have bought a lot of these, I think 10 different designs from different students that have built them. So you have access to those too. And if you are new, you will get these links to download these and have these for free tonight. This is the thank you page. Now, this just says, you're in, download your free book. This is where you're going to link people to download this book, okay? Now, I have this book written, okay? I'm going to give it to you in just a second, but this is where you would basically get them to download it. And then down here is where you want to start talking to people about the offer you're going to have them go to. Now, I put a placeholder in here, right? This simply holds the place of something that you're going to promote, because truth be told, I don't know what you're going to promote. You can promote a lot of different things, right? There's tons of different offers in ClickBank that you can promote, JVZoo, different CPA networks. Some of you are in our Partner with Anthony program. You may choose to promote that. Some of you are in our ambassador program, which means you can promote our Inbox Inner Circle course. So you probably would choose to promote that. So everybody can promote something different. The point is that the wireframe, the setup is here to give people the book and then get them to take an action, okay, that takes them through an affiliate link and earns you a commission. This is one of the most viable ways for you to make money on the internet today. The only thing that you have to do is make sure you activate this funnel. This is a very short funnel, right? It's just 2 pages. Now, obviously, inside of your Student Resource Center, which I'll give you guys access to a little bit later if you're new, we have emails written, right? So we have these prospect emails, and we have the 250 emails that our students wrote, which more on that a little bit later. So we have these emails that are ready, okay? Well, if the emails are ready, all right, then all you've really got to do is take this page, get people to give you their email address, drop them onto this page, let them download the book, send them to an affiliate link, and then make sure that once somebody opts in, which you can kind of see here, once somebody opts into your page, we got to make sure that they hit your email list, okay? Simple as that. Because from the email list, obviously, we start sending emails, right? So we send what we call promo emails, okay? And these promo emails are usually what generate you money, all right? So promo emails means we're promoting something else, and that something else is going to generate money for us, okay? This is a basic structure. There's nothing super complex. There's nothing super, super complicated. The one thing that people do leave out when they're doing this is this right here. They leave out the optimization of your lead magnet. And we talked about this just a minute ago, so we're going to go deep into it here in just a minute, where essentially you just throw something together and you don't think it through. But what we talked about last week was that an ebook flow should open up by setting expectations, okay? It's the hook. Email Marketing Profits for Beginners. At the end of this book, I'm going to show you, or by the time you finish reading this book, you're going to know the 4 steps that beginners need to take in order to start their own email marketing business. Boom, right? Okay, that's a good hook. I read that. I say, okay, at the end of this book, I need to make sure I'm expecting, remember that expectation thing, I'm expecting to have learned 3 or 4, depending on, sorry with my camera, 3 or 4 things, really depending on how many you say, that I must know in order to start an email marketing business, right? And as a beginner, I may not know what an autoresponder is. I may not know what, what copywriting is. I may not even know what affiliate marketing is. So like, you can blend. It doesn't all have to be about data and how do you calculate an open rate and all that? Because again, I'm new, right? It could be as simple as, how do I profit from these emails once I write them? Where do I find things to promote, right? Think back to beginner phase. Like, I am a beginner. I don't know anything. This is what I need to learn, right? And so you want to open with that hook, then you want to give value. You want to give real training, and then you want to have a how to implement, and you can put a link into your ebook, okay? Or tell people, go click the link on my page, or go click the link on the email that you got when you downloaded this book, so on and so forth, right? So I told you last week that we were going to do a contest where you wrote your own ebooks, okay? And you posted in the group, hashtag my ebook, and we would buy some of those ebooks. I also told you I was going to give you my own. So what I decided to do for you guys, and I have not done this before, typically I don't like to do this because, well, for two reasons. One, because I want you to always realize that the things and the assets and the stuff that I build for you on the Success Connection, I am doing it strictly for you. It is not to help me. Like, there's no financial gain by me building you funnels. There's no financial gain for me buying emails and such from you guys. There's really nothing at all to that, right? However, sometimes a compelling story can help people realize why, like, why they should take the next step in the process, right? Think of it this way. When you go to an event, right, and somebody wants to sell you something, they don't usually sell by just telling you the opportunity and the benefits. They don't just say, hey, look, I'll tell you about a crazy one. I used to know somebody that did. He sold vending machines, and basically you could put your own vending machines in wherever you want them, right? And I just thought it was crazy. He was doing like $60 million a year, putting people into business selling candy bars through vending machines. And I was always intrigued by it. But what was interesting is that his pitch didn't go, hey, vending machines, people use them. And for $10,000, you can have your own vending machine location, and you can go by and collect your money each and every week and blah, 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 blah. That's not how he sold it. The way he sold it was through his story. He said, you know, I moved to this country, blah, 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 blah. I didn't have any money. I wanted an automated way to make money so that I could continue to have a job, because I needed that job to support my mom and to support my wife and to support this, that, and the other. And so I needed to add to my income, but not by subtracting my current income. And so he tells his whole story, right? He just tells his whole story. And throughout his story, you began to understand the value of owning a vending machine. It wasn't the nuts and bolts. It wasn't that the vending machine locations were inexpensive. It wasn't that you didn't have to stock the vending machine. Somebody else would come and do it for you. It wasn't that, you know, you could make $600 a month off of the vending machine. It wasn't any of that. It was that the vending machine allowed him to duplicate himself. It allowed him to take the money that he was making at his job and continue to make it, but also create other money-making opportunities for himself that allowed him to take care of his family, that allowed him to move his whole family here, that allowed blah, 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 his whole story, right? What people bought into was his story. They didn't buy into the vending machine business. That was simply a byproduct of his story, right? And so one of the things that's always hard when we write an ebook to give to you guys is we typically write that ebook based on nothing but here's the opportunity for vending machines. Here's why you should be interested in those vending machines. There's no story to it, right? And that's because I don't want to put myself in there, because I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to get you to go give away ebooks that talk about me and increase my brand relevance, if you will. But the downside to that is that the ebooks probably don't do as good a job at selling somebody on the opportunity as they could. And so for this particular one, what I decided to do, I had written the whole thing, and then the last minute, I just thought to myself, I'm like, why not give them something that's proven? And so Email Marketing Profits for Beginners, this is the book that you'll get from me tonight. I will give you this whole book. It's yours. Look, it starts off with the hook, right? Here's what I'm going to teach you, just like I told you, right? Have you been struggling to find a way to build your own business on the internet? If you're like me and countless other people around the world, you've likely tried your hand at about everything to crack this whole getting money online code, only to be dealt a harsh reality time and time again. It's not as simple as most people make it seem. In fact, most of the stuff you read online is simply outdated by the time you get your eyes on it. However, the system I'm going to share with you in this book, and the amazing way I've refined it, is time-tested, and it's worked for literally decades for people just like me and just like you. All that really matters right now is you have the desire and the drive to take action and make your dreams become your reality. You'll discover in this short book my path to success was filled with roadblocks and catastrophes. And what I share with you here is going to help you avoid all of those things and have a clearer and more profound path to success. Building your own email marketing business is simple if you know the one key to massive success that most people leave out, never think of when they teach you to become an email marketer. And so continue reading and you'll find out, it says, look at this diagram, and at what point do you think most successful email marketers on the planet focus on? Continue reading and you'll find out if you're right. I'm guessing you'll be shocked when I reveal the answer. And so basically it's a cliffhanger. It's exactly what I told you to do. Create a hook, set an expectation, and then create that intrigue that makes people want to read throughout the rest of the book. Now, what we did was we go ahead and start talking about me in this book. I'm going to allow you to give the book away with my information in it, my story, how email marketing really changed how I view online businesses, how email marketing has created this lifestyle type business that I'm able to live and experience, and why email marketing is such a focal point for me when teaching other people, right? All of those things are baked into this storyline right here, which is not a fabricated story. This is, this is my life, right? Like this really is, this really is what I'm doing. And so we give you a little bit of the contents, right, of what you're going to learn. We make it short and simple. Now, I will tell you, okay, when you write an ebook that's more of a sales letter than anything, it's much longer than the 7 to 10 pages that I told you to write earlier. There's kind of two types of ebooks, okay? Let's see. All right. Let's go in here. I want to give you guys a little background. There's two types of ebooks. Okay? There's two types of ebooks. Type number one is basically a sales letter. Okay? This can be, 20 to 30 pages. Okay? It usually has your story in it. It's going to have images, like lots of images that take up, a lot of the space. It's designed to sell, okay? Like designed to actually sell. And then there's the one that's the more typical, okay? Which is what I told you guys to do. It's usually 7 to 10 pages, okay? And what this does is it hits specific points. Okay, so it hits specific points, right? In other words, it's doing exactly what I told you up here. It's going to have an open, right? It hits that open, it gives value, and then it shows you here's how. You can do that in 3 minutes, right? Or in 3 or 4 pages. Whereas when you create the sales letter version, okay, you start getting into this part and this part, and those two things stretch your book. If you were to look at my ebook, and and you guys will all have access to it obviously tonight. Sure, this is all part of my story right here, right? My first $1 million business, on and on and on. Like as you continue to go through it, right? I had generated just enough money to pay for my parents' house. And I'm still explaining the rise and the fall of why email marketing was so important to me. How I lost my my $3 million per year business, which this is all stuff that really happened to me. And as we kind of continue to go through here, 16 pages out of this ebook are all about my story. The book is only 30 pages. So 16 pages is just about my story. So does everybody see how that's different than the basic type of ebook, right? Yes? Okay. So if you are creating this experiential thing, right, where you're telling a story, your ebook's going to be longer because you need time to develop that story. It's the reason why movies are not 20 minutes long, right? It's the reason why TV series are 20 episodes or 10 episodes at 30 minutes or an hour apiece. You have to develop the storyline in order for the end result to have any kind of effect on anybody. And that's the same thing that happens inside of an ebook. If you're creating this longer form version of it. But what I've done is give you mine. Now, this is also shown as your email profits. And basically, I've redesigned it, re-implemented it, took some stuff out, added a few things in. But for the most part, this is the ebook that I use and that I give away to get people. I mean, this is all the way back to like my Cool Blue Performance website, one of the very first businesses I started online, this is the old school website that we had. And so we have all of this in here, right? That's designed to help build that rapport with people and then teach them. Remember, I told you, got to give value, building your email list. I show them the path for success and I break it down. Traffic, here's where you can get traffic, right? Opt-in pages. Here are some examples of opt-in pages, right? Autoresponders, here's what they are, and here's how to use them. Profit centers, here's what you use to make a profit. So you've got traffic, opt-in pages, of course you collect email addresses, you got autoresponders, you got the profit centers. And so I start talking about what the important things are, what's the important stuff on, how to get quality over quantity. All of those, how to optimize, right? So we start talking about how to optimize your sending to get better results. And then basically at the end, we start telling people like down in here, like, after reading this book, you should be a more knowledgeable email marketer, right? Like you should have the knowledge now to be able to start your email marketing business. And the book has worked really well. The book has helped us educate hundreds of thousands of people on email marketing, a lot of which probably some of you have taken action and bought some of our email marketing courses and started doing email marketing. So my thought was, if I'm going to give you an ebook, let's give you a proven one. I could write a brand new one, but it doesn't have all the elements that I've put into something that's worked so well for so many years. And I want you to have like the best, right? And so I'm giving you that ebook tonight completely free. It's going to cost you nothing, and you have every right to give it away, right? All you will have to do is go into your funnel that we've built for you right here and take this download button right here and link to the workbook, okay? And so you'll be able to get, the ebook. You'll be able to get the ebook tonight completely free and download it straight from your Student Resource Center, okay? So your Student Resource Center is right here. and you'll see that the link is right here. Your Email Marketing Profits for Beginner ebook. You just grab this link, you can download this book, and then all you've got to do is put it into here. And now you can start running this funnel. People opt in. When they opt in, they get access to this page. They can download that book, and then they click here to go to any of your other places. Now, I ask you guys to do some homework, okay? I said I'm going to buy these books from you. You can see right here. I said I was going to buy them from you and give them away. Let's see how much. $150 a piece, right there. Okay. These are the people that our team found that did their homework before the cutoff time. Okay. And I want to be very clear on something, because some of you were a little bit frustrated on the last one. So here's the thing. If you don't do the hashtags exactly right, it doesn't show up in the search when Nick searches for it. This one was hashtag my ebook, right? It's important to put and write and do it exactly how we have it, or else it does not show up, which means we don't see it, right? So we go based off of exactly what, like exactly what we told you to type in. As you can imagine, there's thousands of posts in our Facebook group. It's impossible for us to search through all of them and find everything without using the hashtag search. So if for any reason your book does not show up on here, please go back and look at your post and make sure that you did it exactly the way that I said, right? Because it should show up on here. Now, I've looked through a lot of these. I'm going to show you guys some of my favorite ones and ones I want to buy. I saw Abby's workbook on here. I keep calling them workbooks, but her ebook on here the other day, and it looks great. I want to show this to you guys. Email Marketing Profits for Beginners, right? Really clean looking table of contents. Very simple, build, send, profit, right? And then some bonus stuff, which I think is really good. Here's an introduction to what is email marketing, right? And here's the hook. This ebook is going to show you the power of email marketing has and why beginners should start building their list as soon as possible, right? So you're setting the right expectation for me. Chapter 1, build, attracting subscribers. And then creating a nice visual appearance, very cool and engaging, like through here. Where all this stuff is. I mean, really well designed, well laid out, well planned, well planned workbook, right, or ebook. I think it looks really good. Everything about this looks really good, and I think all of you would benefit from using this particular book as your own, right, to give away. And here's something that I also want to point out to everybody. Okay, first of all, we're going to buy this one from Abby. I'd already looked at this earlier. I actually commented on it. So we're going to buy this. Okay. One thing I want to inform all of you about. You can take these books. So let's pull this up. Okay, so let's look at this funnel right here. Okay, let's just look at this. All right, so somebody comes here, and let's say that you give them the book here, and the book that you give them is my book. Okay, my Email Marketing Profits for Beginners book. Let's say you give them mine. Okay, now what you can do is in your promo emails, okay, you can write your email, and then you can put your, do your signature here, and then you can put PS. I've got one more free book for you. And then you can put like the download now button right there. Here's what you're doing. You're continuing to give them free ebooks that are educating them on email marketing, right? And so the reason I say that you can do that is I'm going to buy 2 or 3 of these ebooks tonight. And when I buy them, okay, this will give you the opportunity to give more of these away. And as you give more away, you increase the opportunity for people to trust you, to like you, to be educated by you, and then of course ultimately to buy from you, right? So even though they're all the same name, they're all going to have different content. So you can most definitely use all of these, okay? Highly suggested. Here is Patricia Jones. Let's check out Patricia. And if I don't click on yours, it is not because I'm skipping you. I have looked at a good many of these already. So some of them have examples that I want to point out to you, and some don't. So Patricia Jones, 13 pages, looks good. Email marketing profits for beginners. Quick little boom. Here's the content. Okay. This ebook was written with the new email marketer in mind. However, it's also a refresher for intermediate and advanced email marketers. I will go through this ebook. I will teach you how to build a list, build email campaigns, send emails on autopilot, and do other cool things, right? So kind of framing, here's what you're going to do, right? Here's what is email marketing, right? All of this looking good. Here's what I want to be very very careful with when you're doing these ebooks, okay? Is putting too many graphics in that don't make a lot of sense and or don't really fit. Like for instance, you probably would not see this thing sitting where it's sitting in a real book, right? But the content inside of this book was really good, right? Like I felt like the content that you put in here and the way that you do this summary of resources and things was pretty good. So I felt like when I was reading through this, I felt like it was a pretty good flow, right? Which is what we were really looking for. So I'm going to buy yours, Patricia, because I know yours was one that I thought, again, wasn't highly designed, but it was well thought out, okay? There are a few more that I want to click on here and show you guys. I know we're getting a little later in, but there's just, sometimes I just can't make it in time to be done right in an hour. Okay, so covers like this is what I wanted to point out, don't usually do well because they just tend to look real cheesy, right? Usually when there's $100 bills floating all around, most people don't believe it's real. This is covering up this girl's face. It just doesn't look like the type of book cover you would see on a like professional book, you know? So I think it's important to remember that, right? Like that's probably not the best way to do it. Of course, this is a cool little thing that you've put in here to have it flip the pages, but I want you to notice something. Do you notice how you put a graphic or an image like on the first most all the pages just at the bottom? Probably not really something that you necessarily have to do. Like, don't force graphics, right? I think that's the most important thing for me that I want to pull out of this is don't force these graphics, and make sure that you don't have a graphic that's covering up, like for instance, this appears to be a link to something, but it's covered up by this little alien dude, and you can barely see page 6 or page 5. Trust me, like these, you can't even see the pages because you've got these covered up. Here's the thing, and Shane, you always do a good job of putting stuff out there, so I wanted to point this out. Here's why. It's your first impression, right? And so if you're going out with your first impression and it's not a great, like if I don't feel like you really know what you're doing, I'm probably not going to trust you when I read your book, right? And the biggest issue that I have with, I at least this is just from my perspective, right? And all of you can most definitely have different opinions because that's just an opinion-based business. But the biggest issue that I have is if you do a book that doesn't feel legit, it doesn't feel like you're really smart or you really know what you're doing, maybe smart's not the word, then it might immediately turn me off from paying attention to anything else that you send me, right? So you don't want to put so many graphics in so many places that it makes your book look not professional, because then it might take my opinion and change it, okay? This is one from Jody, and you can see that Jody opted on hers, and I was reading through this the other day. You can see that Jody opted on hers to barely put any, really, any graphics, right? There's one there, little smiley face here, but you'll notice not a whole lot of graphics, right? And of course, has a pitch at the end, right? The one thing I would say to Jody, okay, because Jody's book actually is really good in terms of content. And then I think it was Maribel that I read. Yeah, Maribel, you have a really good one, but yours does not have any flow to it, right? So what I really want for you guys to do is look at the difference in this, okay, and what I'm seeing when I go in there. Your book should have your book cover built into it, right? Like your ebook should start off with the cover. It's typical to have like a header that has the logo there. So as you can see, you're kind of scrolling down. Each page has a top and a bottom footer with the page numbers. And just look at the difference in the flow of how this feels like I'm reading a book. I'm not just scrolling through a Word document, right? Again, you want it to feel like a book. I know that I put a lot of emphasis on how things particularly feel, okay? But it's because, again, as I mentioned to you, setting expectations for people, giving them that first impression. If I'm just scrolling through this and it's just a white text, then I don't feel like I'm in a book, right? So it doesn't elevate the value in my mind that I'm perceiving I'm getting from you. I feel like you just wrote this in a Word document and gave it to me. That might be the truth, right? But what we want to do is elevate the level to which somebody feels like we gave them something of value for free, because that's what's going to help them to determine to move forward with us or to buy from us or to be thankful for even knowing us. You know what I mean? And so when I went through these ebooks, the one thing I noticed was the lack of just design in making it feel like an ebook, okay? And that's all, just making it feel like I'm in a book. There's very little work that you have to do to make it feel like a book and not a bunch of white pages that are strung together. Most of that can be done with a header and a footer, right? Just like this, header and footer, right? Put your logo here. It's ideal to grab a image and put it here. Now, if you didn't design a front cover for your ebook, then it makes it a little more difficult for you to be able to put a cover on it, and so that's fine. But it's always nice when you have an ebook that when you open it, it opens and it has a cover to it, right? So what I want to do is I want to give all of you another week to refine your ebooks. I'm not asking you to rewrite them. I'm asking you to refine them. You've already written them, and that's what I really wanted, was for you to write the content yourself. I'm going to give you this one tonight, which gives you a guideline of kind of how to make it look, right? What's a good flow look like? Is mine the best? No, not at all. But it does really well, and it's done really well for years, right? So it's tried and true, it's proven. I'm going to give you this tonight, and I'm going to ask you all to go and update your ebooks, okay? And see if I can't get more design in your ebooks. How many of you be willing to do that? Yes? And of course, if you're new, you're more than welcome to jump in on this contest too, because here's the thing, what I don't want to do is buy ebooks, give them to you, okay? And you go test using those instead of the one I've done that works great, and then you get less results. But my ultimate goal is to give you 4 or 5 of these ebooks that you can now send out to your list. So even after they get the first one, you can send them the second one and the third one and the fourth one and the fifth one. And as you continue to give people free stuff, they continue to pay attention to you. They continue to believe in you. They continue to build rapport with you. And then you benefit from it, right? And so it's not about, can I just do one ebook? It's, can I do multiple ebooks and give them all to them, right? Strategically through email, right? So that we can keep them engaged with our emails so that we can also sell, right? So here's what I want to do for next week, because next week we're going to be ready to launch this business. All right. So number one, we're gonna go through a connect your business workshop. So we're going to connect your landing page and your thank you page. We're going to connect your ebook to your thank you page. We're going to connect your autoresponder to your funnel. Okay. And we're going to connect your affiliate links. Okay. We're going to be ready to launch. Okay. So we're going to be ready to do that next week. Number two is we're going to do the ebook contest continued. All right. All you've got to do is write your ebook. Okay. So write your ebook and design it. Okay. So put some design elements to it. Then I want you to post it in our Facebook group. And I want you to do hashtag my ebook 2. Okay, so my ebook 2. Let me clean up my handwriting here so that it's very easy. My ebook and the number 2. Okay, so hashtag my ebook 2. All right, and then I'm going to buy more for $150 each. Okay, I'm also going to give you, so I'm going to give you the 2 ebooks I bought tonight. That was Abby's and Patricia's. So 2 ebooks I bought tonight. Okay, so you'll get those for free. And then number 4 is I want you to post. This is something you can do right after we get off here. Post in the Facebook group. What did you learn tonight? Why was it important? So basically, I want you to tell me what you learned tonight on the Success Connection and why it was important to learn it. Like, what's the one thing or the 2 things that you learned tonight that was super important for you to learn? I want you to put hashtag I learned this. Okay, hashtag I learned this. And we will give away $500 randomly. So basically, to one of you that do this, we're going to give away $500, completely random selection, if you just go into the Facebook group and you do this. So this is what's happening next week. We're going to connect your business. So that's important because that's going to show you all the little pieces that all of you are struggling with right now. How do we connect these pages and get it all set up so the funnel works, right? That's going to happen next week. We're going to give you and we're going to buy more ebooks, and we're going to continue the contest. We're going to give you the 2 ebooks that we bought tonight, and then of course we're running this this Facebook group challenge, and then this Facebook group contest as well. And of course, just remember 2 challenges coming up next month. Okay. So we have 2, this is just an update. We have 2 challenges coming up next month. First 2 challenges that we've run. It's ideal to have my YouTube Masterclass course. Okay, it's ideal to have it right now. It's half off, price doubles during challenge. Okay, so it's important if you want to do these challenges and such that you have this YouTube masterclass. That's very important. So this is the stuff that's happening next week. Let me show you real quick your student resource center. Oh, by the way, this is what the challenge looks like. This is the page that we've built. Pay no attention to the date because it's clearly not going to start 3 days ago. But this is the challenge. It's going to be between with myself, Russell, and Pedro, who is the challenge king. He's the guy that does all the challenges. So this is, you can kind of start seeing where we're going to start helping you learn and understand how to earn recurring revenue. There's going to be this is going to be a paid challenge in the future, but you're going to get access to it for free because you guys are my students. I'm going to be teaching you all of the things that I've learned, all the things that I'm doing. And this is all about how to earn money as an affiliate. And a lot of it has to do with, utilizing traffic from YouTube and generating and building your email list. So I just wanted you to see that this is coming and this is on its way. Now, this is your Student Resource Center for those of you that happen to be new. You may not have seen this, but this is the Student Resource Center for Success Connection. I'm going to give you the password for this and the link to this page in a second. But this is where you can join our Facebook group. If you haven't joined it, you need to join it. It's completely free. It costs you nothing. This should be the very first thing that you do. The second thing you should do is follow me on YouTube. Okay, of course, if you have my book, you can leave me a review, but you should follow me on YouTube. The third thing that you need to do is get ClickFunnels. In order for me to give you this funnel and basically all of these pages that we've built out and bought from students right here. So we bought all these pages from all these students. In order for me to give you these, you have to have ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels has this cool little feature. It's called Share Funnels. And basically I can go right here into the settings of this particular funnel, and I can grab this little link right here and I can share this with you. And it says I can share it with any ClickFunnels user. I give you this code, okay, and when you click it, it puts all of these funnel pages right into your account. You don't have to do anything. You own them. They're yours. You can make changes to them. You can do whatever you want with them, but they're all designed and handed to you. But the only way that you can get those is if you have ClickFunnels. So it is important to get ClickFunnels. That way you can click on any of these download now buttons. We'll download funnels for you that we've built on the Success Connection. All of these yellow lines represent new businesses that we've built, so you can download all the assets for each one of these businesses. But of course, down here at the very, very bottom is the newest one, okay? And that's this one right here, the Email Marketing for Beginners Business, okay? So this is where you will download your opt-in pages and thank you pages. So when you click this button right here, you will get all of these pages right here put into your account within just a few seconds, okay? These are all the emails that you get. This is your Email Marketing Profits for Beginners book. So this is the book that I just made you. And then this is how you can get the YouTube Masterclass. You can watch this presentation and you can grab it. Right now it is half off, okay? I don't think we have any more weekends, do we? I think it'll probably go up before, let me see, we have it set. Yeah, so there's only one more. Yeah, so the price on this will go up possibly before next week, depends on when we start the marketing for our challenge, which is, again, it's a free challenge. But during the free challenge, we will offer the YouTube Masterclass, but it will be at the actual price we plan to sell it for, not at half price. So when you watch this presentation, it gives you a discount code to get 50% off the price. So the price is already what it is, but you just get a discount code. So if you are interested in learning how to build your business by generating a lot of traffic from YouTube, and using YouTube to generate affiliate commissions and build your list, you should probably watch this presentation and check this out tonight because it just makes sense to save the money. But once we sell it for a higher price, we never go back and discount it. You know what I mean? So just is what it is. This has been available for a little while now, and but some of you just don't know it. So important to watch this presentation if you've got a minute. and grab the YouTube Business Builder Masterclass. Some of you may have watched the webinar I've done on it and just haven't decided whether or not you want to do it yet or not, but I highly suggest that you go click this, check it out right now, and just lock in, saving 50% on it, right? It just makes sense. Okay, so you've got your opt-in page, your thank you page, your prospect emails, all of this in here, and it's all on your Student Resource Center page. Now, how do you get to this page so that you can do this? Well, it's relatively simple. You'll go here, let's see, go here to go.vsc.com/funnel, and the password is email, okay? So the password is email. Makes it pretty simple, pretty easy for you to get on there. The password is email. Now, it is important for you to note that you must do this before midnight tonight. All of these download buttons that you see in here, they quit working at midnight tonight. And the reason that they quit working at midnight tonight is pretty simple, because people will take my stuff and they'll steal it and they'll give it to everybody on the internet, and we don't want them doing that. So we leave it open only until midnight tonight and we close it down. So it's important for you to go in and do this right away, okay? So go in, go to go.vsc.com/funnel, type in the password email, and then activate your free trial to ClickFunnels. It takes a few seconds. It's 2 full weeks completely free. Go and download your funnels, download all the assets that we've put together for you. And of course, if you're gonna plan on being a part of our challenge, we'll give you the ability to get early access to it also. Then you'll wanna check out my YouTube Masterclass and get that out of the way. And then for those of you that my ridiculousness where I bought everybody's emails week before last, we are this close to finishing. What I'm building is, since we pay you guys so much money, we're always giving away money, we're building a little portal that you can put your payment information in, so that when we buy something from you, we already have your payment information stored and we can go pay you the same night. Because what happens usually is we'll buy 5 things and we got to go message you on Facebook, and some of you don't believe it's me, and I totally get that. So you don't want to send your payment information, and it's just very difficult just to get everybody paid. So what we're going to do, and we decided to do this since I decided to pay 100 people 2 weeks ago for emails, everybody that did their homework. We're building a little portal that will let you go in and put your payment information in so that we can quickly pay you. So my hope is that that's going to be available for you next week. And then all of you that I bought your emails from you, we're going to pay you. Okay, so I'm not forgetting you. I'm going to pay you. It's just, how do we simplify that process so that if I get the wild hair to pay every single person that did their homework on the Success Connection, again, we can, with the click of a button, pay you all, right? So it just made sense at this point to do that. It just makes it easier and more efficient. So we're getting that over to you as well, okay? So what you guys need to do now is go to the link, go.vsc.com/funnel. The password is email. Go there, make sure you get your ClickFunnels free trial. You cannot have these funnels without ClickFunnels. We're launching next week. So kind of stands to reason that you need to get your pages up and running, which you can do within just a few minutes as long as you have ClickFunnels. So click this link, get your free trial to ClickFunnels, and then of course, make sure that you do your homework, okay? We're gonna connect your business next week. You can write your ebooks, put in hashtag #myebook2, especially if you redesign it. Next week, I'm gonna give you the 2 ebooks that I bought tonight. You can post in our Facebook group right now. As soon as we wrap things up tonight, post in there what you learned and why it was important. Type hashtag I learned this. I'm gonna highlight that for you again on the notes here. Hashtag I learned this. We'll give away $500 to somebody completely random. We have 2 challenges coming next month. It's ideal that you have the YouTube Masterclass before those challenges start. The link is at the bottom of this page here to check that out. I can scroll down with it really small here, but the link is down here towards the bottom. Yeah, right here, you can check out this YouTube Masterclass presentation and you can get enrolled in it. It won't take you very long at all, and you save 50% obviously when you do that. So that is it for tonight. We have wrapped everything up. I have gone through absolutely everything. You can go to the link, go.vsc.com/funnel, type in the password email, because that is the password for tonight. I look forward to seeing you all next week. I'll be back at home, so it'll be an interesting to be back at home, back in my office and back in my element. Super excited about that. So have a great weekend, have a safe weekend, have a fun weekend, do a little something this weekend that other people aren't doing. That's how you stay ahead of the game, right? And that's always the most important thing with internet marketing. It moves fast, so you got to move a little faster, right? So put in some work while other people are playing, and I promise you, you'll be ahead of the game and have the edge. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry we went a little longer tonight, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you do your homework. Go to this page, go.vsc.com/funnel. Password is email. Make sure you get your ClickFunnels account, join our Facebook group. It's completely free. Check out the YouTube masterclass and get all your funnels, get all these assets set up. Next week, we're going to launch. Do your homework. Let me know what you learned tonight in the Facebook group. We look forward to giving away some cash, and I'll see you all next week right here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. Take care, everybody. Good night.